Hello everyone. I haven't done a video in a while on the VBC Lightning FXM, but I thought I would give you a little bit of update of the setup changes that I've done to the FXM. Now, I'm currently racing at Yatabe Arena, and at Yatabe Arena, the grip is relatively low, and when you're running F1 on a relatively low grip carpet, you want to make sure that you can get as much rear grip as possible without sacrificing steering. Now, one thing that I was doing with the FXM is changing the oils, and I found changing the oils had a really profound effect on the FXM's handling, especially the rear grip. Now, if I can make one suggestion to you, is if you can get some free track time and you can just listen to your car going around the track, and if at any point under acceleration you can hear the car, diffing out, or you can hear the tires losing grip, that is a good indicator that you need to do something about your shock package, your spring package, even the damper tubes and so on. You want to make sure that when you're hitting that throttle, that the grip is being put to the ground. If it's not, you're just going to lose time. All right. So let's just get to it here. What I've done with my shock package here is I'm running. I went from 450 CST to 150 CST, so a very light oil. So it's just like water, basically. Please don't put water in your shocks. If you do, please tell me how it works. I also went to 15K in the side tubes. Once again, very light oil in the side tubes. And I also changed out the central spring to Yokomo spring. I'll have to put up the part number, but this is like a drift spring that everyone seems to be running here at Yatabe Arena. And CRC .50 side spring. And I just made these changes step by step, and the car regained rear grip. Car was working perfectly. I was able to chase down pretty much anyone with this setup, and I'm really happy with how the car's handling it. It provides a lot of steering to the front end, but the car doesn't break loose, which I think is really important. You want to make sure that the car is able to maintain enough steering to go through any tight turns and twists, but also maintain the rear grip when you need to put the power down. And I found that this setup works really well. Now, I can't say it might work well on your track, but it's definitely in the right direction for the FXM. Even for asphalt, if you're running rubber tire asphalt, definitely try this. As for the front end, I'm running Ride Super Soft springs. To be honest with you, I only had Super Soft available to me, even though Ride's a Japanese manufacturer. Not very hard to find those springs. But I also changed the Ackerman position here to almost, actually to the furthest position to the front. And that gave me a lot of steering as well. I also added a brass weight to really kind of weight the front end down a bit. Yeah, and these adjustments that I've done so far, the car works really well. I think one thing to keep in mind with the FXM is, the carbon fiber chassis, the main chassis. It's not as stiff of a carbon fiber that you get with most manufacturers. So I think either you can go to an aluminum chassis or you can stay with the carbon fiber chassis. But you really need to soften up your setup in the rear area here to compensate for the flex of this carbon fiber. The flex is probably generating a lot of mechanical grip, which in turn will make the car have a lot of steering and take away from the rear grip. That's just my theory. because with my 1/12 scale, there's quite a bit of flex with the chassis itself, and that's a wide chassis on the 12M. However, you know, as you can see here, the cutout design is a little bit different. It's a lot narrower here, so there could be more possibilities for flex to occur here. So yeah, that's why I went with like the softer setup, and it's working great. That's pretty much it for the FXM. I'm really happy with it. I really do wish BBC would come out with a slightly different front end suspension design. Don't get me wrong, I do like this setup. However, I just find that the kingpins are just really, I don't know, they just stick, and I'm still, you can kind of hear that, but like I just find that the suspension isn't as smooth as I can get it, and it would be nice to maybe find out if BBC can come out with some new suspension design. I'm not saying, you know, go to, you know, like X-ray front end or, you know, Yokomo front end, but just a front end that can, you know, sort out like the kingpin design. I personally am concerned about whether or not there's any flex occurring where these plastic joints are, unless, you know, BBC can offer like a red dot plastic where that area is super stiff. That would be great. But just updating maybe just this section here would be a nice change. And I think that would definitely improve the FXM's already competitive setup as it is. And I guess we'll have to wait and see what they decide to do. And, you know, hopefully something will come soon. But that's pretty much it, guys. There you have it. The setup's working really well. I'm having a great time running rubber tire F1. I haven't raced yet, but I'm looking forward to doing that hopefully next weekend. And I'll let you know how it all pans out. Okay. I hope this video was of help, and yeah, thanks for watching.